Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Inner Space Wembley, and a very warm welcome to all our online viewers. Do anybody knows today's topic? Yes, of course, you can see behind me. But did you know before you come in here that what was the today's topic? Yes, yeah. No, before you came in here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the power of good wishes. Very interesting topic. And for that, we have our guest speaker, Pankaj Babbar, with us. Pankaj is practicing meditation over 14 years, so we have a wealth of knowledge and experience this evening, as well as he currently works in a corporate environment within the automotive sector, and he has over the years participated bringing knowledge and meditation practically to his professional and family life. So I think we were just talking before, how you separate that answer. That's a perfect example this evening in here. And he is approachable and open to heart discussion on self-realization and spiritual progress. So not taking much of your time, and please join me in to welcome Pankaj. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening. Sorry, can you hear me okay? Is it okay? Yeah, fine. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's a very nice topic today, and I thought it's a good opportunity to just understand everything about this topic. That's a good thing about having one small topic and going deeper in it. And then what happens is we're able to do more churning. We're able to do a little bit more deep dive. Like they say, go inside yourself. And then people say, what do you mean go inside yourself? I know myself, I know who I am, I know how I do it. But when we spend time on just going that little bit deeper and understanding how I am responding to those topics. So today is that kind of topic. It says power of good wishes. So it's a good opportunity to see how I internally respond to it. And I had a lovely time making this presentation because I was churning a lot inside myself. So we'll start. So what's the aim of today's topic? The aim is that we understand what's the source of good wishes. Where do they come from? We know good wishes, of course. And then how do we sustain these good wishes? And what happens when we make good wishes? So we want to explore that today. And also, what is the power it brings in our life? And not just in our life, in the life of who else will it give power? If I am powerful, then it'll help who? It'll help my immediate family members, my friends, and whoever I come in contact with. They will also feel powerful. They will be able to use my power to get benefit. So all of us benefit. So that's what we will look at. That's the aim today. So let's see. Okay, so the next thing we understand is, what's the source of good wishes? I don't know if you've known these lucky signs that we used to have. If you have a little eyelash here, you would put it on your fist and ask for a wish. Do you remember those days? Yeah, I've done it. I say, wow, lucky today, I can see a little eyelash here. I will ask for a good wish. That's the time for asking a good wish, right? What else is a time for a good wish? If it's a special occasion, somebody's birthday, a very good opportunity to blow the candle and ask for a wish. Yes or no? Or to give somebody a good wish. Or if it's a special occasion like, I don't know, Diwali or Christmas or any of those occasions, we'll get an opportunity to give a good wish. Yeah? Is that the only opportunity? Yes? I would say no. Why? Because starting a good wish can be any time. Because who's creating it? I am the one creating it. So if I want to create a good wish, do I need a special occasion? I can create it any time. It's like somebody saying, make a diamond factory at home. You can just make diamonds anytime. What would you do in your spare time then? just make diamonds because it's like unlimited wealth which you can just make in your free time. So it's in your hands. That's the benefit of good wishes. So if I'm the one creating it, question is, how do I create it? Where is it getting created inside me? Where in my head it's getting created? It's created in by my team. And what is this team? It's my own thoughts, emotions, attitudes, and memories. So it's in my own mind which is made up of these four things. So when my own mind is capable of making a good wish, then the question is, what's stopping me? What is it that stops me? Maybe a little bit of knowledge, maybe a little bit of understanding of what is a good wish. And how do I create that every time, in every thought? So let's have a look. So that what can be answered very easily. What is a good wish? Good wish is any kind of wish or thought that I create for the benefit of me or benefit of others. So when I say to you good evening, just the fact that I'm saying good evening, it's not just evening. Like most of us, when we are going in the office, and, in the morning we say, oh, hello, morning, morning, morning. We forget the good. So what we're missing there is the element of goodness. And what is this goodness? This goodness is the feeling that we are creating. So when I say good evening, with deep realization of the goodness that I'm wishing for you. So I'm hoping and I'm wishing you have a great evening. Just by having that feeling, I'm able to create a good wish, which is for the benefit of somebody. It could be for the benefit of you, it could be for the benefit of my family members, it could be from, my brother, sister, father, mother, whoever. So whenever I'm creating that wish, with that feeling, it's called a good wish. It's simple as that. And same thing happens with birthdays or any new thing that we are starting. Like it's a new year or somebody's birthday, or whenever we are creating something new, we wish them have a really, really, really nice new year, or have a really good birthday. I wish your year goes really, really successful, full of lots of happiness, full of lots of love. Yes, that's a good wish. And every time I'm creating that, that's with a genuine benefit that I'm creating it. So we should never miss an opportunity to create a feeling of goodness anytime we get that opportunity. And we get it 4 times a day, right? We get it good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. We get 4 times the opportunity, at least, to create a good wish for somebody or myself. Yes? Now the question is, okay, this is a good wish, we create it all the time, that's brilliant. Then how can I elevate it? How can I make it even more powerful? How can I make it powerful? Any ideas? I'll show you a picture of an escalator. How can I escalate this good wish? Make it really, really powerful. Any ideas? We know good wishes, right? So good afternoon. But how do I make it really, really so powerful that you can feel it, I can feel it? It becomes an amazing time by turning it into a blessing. And then the question is, what is a blessing then? What is the difference between good wish and a blessing? What do you think? What do you think? Every time we create a good wish and we add lots and lots of universal energy from a higher consciousness, that becomes a blessing. What do I mean by that? What is higher consciousness? When we start vibrating at a higher level, you know what is the difference between vibrating at a low level and a high level? Anyone? Anyone heard of this before? No? So, whenever I'm having any weak thoughts, I'm vibrating at a very low level. But whenever I'm having very abundant thoughts, the thoughts which are full of abundance, full of the energy from God or the Supreme Self or the higher self, then I'm vibrating at a higher level. And energy always flows from a higher level to a lower level. Okay, have you ever heard that before? Energy flows from a higher level to a lower level automatically. So every time I vibrate at a higher level, I'm automatically giving out blessings. Automatically. So just by having that thought full of high energy, I'm vibrating at a higher level. So whenever we get blessings from who? Somebody who is operating at a higher level, either a priest from a temple or the grandmother to a grandchild or grandfather to a grandchild, somebody who is operating at a higher level. Or if we take our thoughts and connect them to God, then we say, God bless you. Whenever I say God bless you, what am I doing? I'm converting a good wish into a blessing. So every time I say good evening, God bless you, what am I doing then at that time? I've just made it the highest possible good wish feeling that I can for you. Yes or no? So when I'm doing that, I'm automatically connecting or going at a higher level. And I have the opportunity to then give blessings to a lot of people, not just one or two. That's the advantage of operating at a higher level. And how do we operate at a higher level? Just by changing our thoughts. Usually we connect our thoughts to something which is more bigger. When I say bigger, I mean abundant, something which is uncountable. Do you know how many trees do you know how many fruits a mango tree will give you? How many mangoes you will get from one tree? Anybody here? Any fixed count? No? Do you know how many Coca-Cola cans in like one packet? 12. Okay. Yeah. So limited. But you don't know how many mangoes a mango tree will give. Yes or no? That's the power of abundance. So whenever there is abundance, there is no count of it. You cannot say, I was happy only to the effect of 6 kgs or my peace is only 2 kgs today. No, because it's unlimited. It's always abundant. So every time I connect to any of my innate qualities of the soul, which is love, peace, happiness, power, purity, wisdom, then there is no count of it. It's unlimited. And whenever I'm in that unlimited zone, then the blessings and the power that generate from the blessings is also unlimited. Does that make sense? Yeah? So, just to summarize, what's the difference between good wishes and blessings? So, good wishes is an act of giving. Because every time we say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, welcome, congratulations, we're giving something, Yes or no? We're giving, right? So it's an act of giving, which is very good. It's a good, because every time we give something, do we receive anything back? Do we receive anything back? Like it's like, I give you a gift of an iPhone. Do you give me something back? No? Not even a SIM card? So whenever I give you a good wish or a blessing, there is receiving automatic in giving. Every time I give, I'm automatically receiving. That's the benefit of unlimitedness. That's the benefit of abundance. So every time I give a blessing, I don't need to take anything back from you because I'm automatically getting it. The fruit of my blessings is already there before you even receive it. In fact, once you receive it, I get double benefit. Like when in WhatsApp you send a message and there is a green tick and then there's 2 ticks. It's gone to the other person. And then the 2 ticks turn dark green, which means that the other person has received it. And it's automatic. You know, you send somebody a WhatsApp message. Have you seen that? The two ticks? That's the same thing. Once the good wisher blessing has gone, the two ticks come. And when the other person receives it, they automatically benefit from it. You automatically get your two ticks, green. No need to worry about receiving anything back because it's received. The moment you give, you have received it. But there is a difference between the side of the blessings. In blessing, the art of giving is not just with just giving, it's giving with abundance, with no count. It's like all the mangoes of the tree is yours. I give you thousands of trees and you enjoy the fruit of that. That's the blessings. That's the level of abundance we give blessings in. We don't say, okay, here is a packet of mango, 5 mangoes in it. No. God bless you with all the trees of happiness. That's the level of blessings that we give. And the more I give like this, more I will receive automatically. The two ticks will come. Yeah? Does that make sense? Okay. And of course, we give from a very, very clean and a big heart. We give from a very clean and big heart. And it makes even more difference. Because the more we give, the more our heart gets cleaned anyways. And the more we give, the more it becomes bigger also. Yes, you have to make that first effort of saying, okay, all these trees belong to you. You can have all the mangoes forever in your life. My good wishes and blessings are with you. Have you ever done this before? Have you ever given blessings like this before? Can you give now? Can you practice? Maybe just, if you want to close your eyes or something, imagine somebody, your family member or somebody, and whoever you feel, maybe somebody maybe somebody that needs your blessings right now, or maybe somebody who doesn't even need it, but you just love that person. So bring him in front of you in your eyes. And also bring the energy of God by connecting to your own peace. So maybe just think about Om Shanti in your mind. I am peace. Fill yourself with peace, abundant peace of the universe. And imagine that person you want to give the blessings to. And now, in a very nice, smiling way, you give them the blessings of peace. May God bless you with lots and lots of peace and happiness. May God bless everyone connected with you with lots and lots of peace and happiness. And you can see yourself receiving the fruit of your blessing. And God is putting hands on your head saying, for you, my child, may there be lots and lots of peace and happiness. Okay, you can open your eyes. Does that make sense? Does that fill you with the same spirit, the same blessing? Yeah? That's the idea. Now we know what the blessings and what good wishes are. Let's see who can we give it to? So first of all, we need to understand, okay, so when I'm creating these blessings, what is happening? What happens when we create any thought, good or bad? What happens? Do we know what happens when we create a thought? Let's say there is a thought of, you have to go somewhere for an appointment and you're getting late. As soon as you say, oh, I'm getting late, what happens inside? What do you feel? Some kind of emotion, right? Some kind of anxiety or maybe fear or something, hurriness or something will come up in your mind. So any thought that we create automatically creates a emotion, feeling, which is similar, emotion. So every time I create a thought, it creates a feeling. But if my thought, just like the one that we just created, is really pure, then what will it create? A pure feeling, a positive feeling, correct? Yeah. So any good thought will create that related feeling. If I don't create that good thought, then I know it will create the opposite feeling. So if I want to change the feeling, and I say, okay, I have to change my feeling, I'm feeling really bored right now. Oh, where is a Kit Kat? Let me go grab a Kit Kat. Or let me switch on the TV. Or let me do something to change my feeling. But what I forget is that to change my feeling, what do I need to do? Simply change my thought. That's what the TV is doing. Every time I press the remote, what's happening? The TV is then controlling my thought, and then my thought is creating my feeling. So in other words, my feelings are getting controlled by the TV. It's simple, right? That's what's happening. That's why we enjoy the television. Why do we enjoy it? Because we don't want to, it's a bit like I can just lie down and let the thoughts be controlled by the TV. Otherwise, if I don't have the TV and I want to change my thought, and I say, okay, let me think about the last holiday I went to. Let me think about the place I was, the lovely beaches there, and how I was walking on the sand. The water was touching my feet. I was really enjoying it. And the TV is not on. Will my feelings change or not? Automatically they will. So ultimately, if I want, I can change my feelings. So once I understand this concept of thoughts and feelings, then I know that I can create a good wish and a blessing. So then the question is, if I know that these pure feelings are possible and I'm the one who's creating it, then who should I create it for? Who should be the first person who should get this feeling from me? If I have to choose that, okay, today I have an option of creating 10 diamonds, then who will be the first person I will give these diamonds to? Who will it be, do you think? Do you have a person in mind that you will give these diamonds to? This is the diamonds of pure feeling, right? It's much more valuable than diamonds. So if I say, okay, you can give it to somebody, if I say to all of you, choose one person you would give the most valuable pure feeling to, who will it be? Have you got somebody in mind? Yes or no? You'll have somebody? Who will it be? Somebody, family member, yeah? Anybody else? Anyone else? No? We forget there's one more person who all of you know and I also know. Yeah, correct. Ourselves. So that's me. The first person I give the most valuable pure feelings to is myself. Because it's not selfish, it's being empowered. Because if I don't give it to myself, if I'm hungry and there are 10 people in the line waiting for food and I have food to give them, but I'm hungry myself. Yes, I can be selfless and I can serve the food to everybody. Then I get their blessings back and I'm so happy with the blessings I don't even need to eat. Perfect. That's very good. But when we're talking about blessings, if I have to give somebody blessings, and blessings are always in abundance, love, peace, happiness, all of that is in abundance. I cannot have just a limited, you can say, stock of it. So the first thing I need to do is give that abundance to myself and be abundant. And once I am abundant, then I can share with the whole world. Because the moment I feel weak, then doesn't matter who comes, and if they want a glass of water, I won't have the energy to give them a glass of water. So I need to be powerful, not weak. So if I have to be powerful, then I have to have some vitamins. But these are not the vitamins of the physical body. These are the vitamins of the soul. They're abundant vitamins. And I need those vitamins, and that's why I need to give these pure feelings to myself. Which is why one of the good things about good wishes and blessings is don't miss an opportunity to bless yourself. Don't miss a single opportunity to bless yourself. And when do we get these opportunities? When do you think you will have the do you all like blessings? Like if other people, if some priest comes and blesses you every day, comes and says, may God bless you with lots of love, beta, may God bless you with lots of happiness, may he give you lots of money, may you be happy all the time. Do you like these blessings? Yeah? So if I say to you, take these blessings, how many times will you give it to yourself? I give you this little magic, like in olden days they used to say it's a money, like a little diamond that you touch to any iron, it turns into gold. Have you heard of those kind of stones? Touchstone, you touch it somewhere and turns into gold. And if you get one of those and you just look at that diamond and you're able to give yourself blessings, how many times will you do that? It's not like Aladdin, that you can only have 3 wishes. No. You can have unlimited wishes. Then how many times will you bless yourself? Unlimited times. Whenever you have the opportunity, you're standing at the bus stand, you'll say, God bless me. When you're sitting at home and you're just cooking, you'll say, God bless me with lots of happiness. Yes or no? Unlimited times. Then who's stopping you? You are the creator. You are creating good wishes. You have the power to create blessings. Then who's stopping you? Nobody. So it's only our own limitations that we put in front of ourselves. The self-talk which is becoming critical. How many of us do self-talk? Talk to ourselves. Yes? Very good. That's very good. Don't worry, I'm not going to say that, this is this is actually, in spirituality, it's considered to be a very powerful tool to talk to yourself. Of course, talking to God is also very, very powerful, but talking to yourself, checking yourself, not with a lot of criticism or judgment, but with a lot of love. Why not? Why not? People will say, oh, this guy has gone mad. Why is he talking to himself with lots of love? No, not at all. Actually, it's very powerful. And what do we all need from other people? What do we need from other people? Respect, love, acceptance. When I talk to somebody, my boss or my colleagues or my friends or my family members, what do I expect from them? Just accept me as I am. Don't ask me to change. Yes or no? But do I accept myself as I am? Or I keep judging myself, oh, you did wrong here, and you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have. Yes or no? So the first thing I teach myself is to give good wishes and blessings to myself. That's the first thing. Who next? Which is pretty easy, all the others around me. Once I am fulfilled, I'm able to give blessings to others and good wishes to others. So then once I'm filled, then my good morning or good afternoon will also be full of very nice vibrations, because I'll be smiling and saying, good morning, how are you doing today? Rather than saying, morning, hope you were well. Not even waiting for an answer and moving on. So, to others. Who else? And finally, to nature. All the 5 elements. Recognizing that I'm connected to nature. I'm not independent of nature. I'm always connected to nature. Plants, earth, air, water, fire. All the elements. I'm connected to all the time. So if I'm giving good wishes and blessings, I give to myself, I give to others, and I also give to nature. Does that make sense? Any questions? Okay, good. So let's see. How can we give this good wishes? Just like I was just saying earlier. What does it say over there? How can I give good wishes? By fulfilling myself, which means that I have to learn not to be judgmental. Because if I keep criticizing myself, how will I fill myself? What does fulfilling myself mean? What do we mean by that? What do you think? Fulfilling myself. Having 2 glasses of water and a nice pizza. What is fulfilling myself? Fulfilling my desires. Everyone has desires, yes? And of course, there will be aims and there'll be objectives. There will be things that I want to do, things I love to do, things I enjoy. All of that will be there. And of course, there will be a mixture. There will be a mixture of anything material. It could be a material desire. Maybe I want to be, the best, director of a business or an owner of a company. Or maybe I want to own a car. Maybe I have an aim or an aspiration to have a bigger house or another job, or I want to do something else. There must be something that I have a list of. So why don't I make a list of all my desires? Yeah. And then also have a list of my spiritual desires. Like, you want to do all that, but do you want to sacrifice your peace? Do you want to sacrifice your happiness? Do you want to sacrifice your connection, your loving relationships? No, right? So you want both of them to go hand in hand. So make a list of both these desires. And the idea is, what is fulfilling? Fulfilling is when I achieve them, when I start becoming successful. Yes or no? That's fulfilling, right? Fulfilling. So one little tip that we get when we come here and we learn about Raj Yoga meditation is start fulfilling your spiritual desires, and your material desires will follow. You will automatically start succeeding in those material desires. But if you want to get to some place, you want to really become powerful, you want to really become and achieve something, you want to be the best boss, or you could say the best employee or the best employer or whatever, then the first place to start is to understanding yourself, knowing yourself, knowing who I am, what's my capability, what's my capacity. And once I know all those things, then I can start filling them, filling the gaps. So the first thing that we could start doing is fill ourselves with our innate qualities, recognize them, which is why we learn Raj Yoga meditation course. We learn the positive thinking course, all these courses that we learn here. That's a good place to start. Once you have your list ready, your list of material desires and your list of spiritual desires, let's start ticking them off. But you need to learn first, right? So there needs to be knowledge. So that's where we start. We come to these courses, like you've come here, but you can also start doing the courses that we offer here, which will give you an understanding of all the spiritual desires. What is the benefit of fulfilling them? We can use other techniques, things like positive thinking, self-esteem, all these courses. I don't know if any of you have done this before. Any of you have done these courses? You have? Okay, yeah. Very good. So there's a good indication there already in the courses. Once you deep dive into the courses, you know exactly what tools you can use. You can also do things like self-talk. We were just talking about it. Positive self-talk with affirmations. You could use that. Practice silent time. How many of you do that? Silent time? Yeah. What's the benefit of silent time? What's the benefit? Clarity, absolutely right. Yeah, clarity. What else? Connecting to God, to that universal energy. You can hear the vibrations in the silence, which is great. Absolutely right. Amazing. What else? You're able to observe yourself as well. Perfect. Yeah. You're not just able to observe your own thoughts, but also you'll be able to feel other people's thoughts as well. Amazing. Silence allows anything that we learn to sink in, And it gives us a new sense of direction also, because we're able to catch all these things that you've mentioned. Anytime you feel lost, the first step, go in silence. Anytime there is some anxiety, any problem, the first step, go in silence. You've heard the story of a brother who was in the Twin Towers when he was, that story also reminds us that even in those times, he was able to practice those few seconds of silence, which brings such a big difference in the way we respond to any situation. Yeah? So silent time is a good way of doing it. Higher self-visualizations. Again, raising my vibrations. How do I do that? Through the power of visualization. Any of you practice that? Visualization? Visualizing what? My own good stage. So let's say you have a desire, it could be any desire, but let's say you have a desire of being a very, very, very powerful, peaceful, humble human being. Now, if you say, okay, that's what I want to be, there are challenges, I do sometimes get irritated, I do get angry, I have all these things, but I want to get rid of them. What do? I can visualize my own self practicing and doing what that ideal person wants to do. Yeah. And then when I start visualizing myself in that spiritual higher self, then automatically I start vibrating at a higher energy. And when I'm vibrating at a higher energy, what is happening? I'm able to spread that energy in the form of good wish and blessing. Because energy always flows from a higher source to a lower source. If I am creating my vibrational energy low, then I start absorbing energy from everywhere because I am at a low energy. So everything starts flowing into me. Even if there's negativity, it starts flowing into me. But if I raise my energy, then I'm doing an inside out rather than outside in, which means that my energy is now going to other people. And because I'm vibrating at a good energy, what everybody is receiving is not negativity. It's actually full of positivity, full of pure feelings and pure energy. Does that make sense? Yeah? And of course, Raj Yoga meditation, another very powerful way of achieving this. Everybody's done the course here? Raj Yoga course? Great. This is a great, great way of achieving that higher stage of the self. And then when I'm constantly vibrating at a higher stage, then I'm constantly being beneficial to everybody around me. My family members, my friends, automatically they get my energy. Automatically. Don't need to say anything. And they will feel peaceful in your company, they will love your company, and so on. Okay, so we already know why we should create this, but just look at it. To increase my powers. That's why we created, right? Why do we do blessings and we learn all these things, Raj Yoga meditation, positive thinking? Why do we learn all these things? To be more powerful. And how do you define power? When you feel powerful, how would you know that you have gained power? You won't see big muscles, right? So how will you know you've got power now? How would you know? Can you test it? How much power you have? Would you say you are more powerful than maybe 2 or 5 years ago when you didn't practice that much. Would you say that? Would you say? But how do you know?
It's by being stable in tough times.
Correct. The same tough situation comes now, and it came 2 years ago. You responded in a different way. You responded it in a more powerful way. And that means over this time that you've practiced your meditation, your correct way of thinking, your blessings, your good wishes, you have now been able to respond more stably in those same situations which you were not responding in the same way before. That's being more powerful. That's becoming more and more powerful. And the more stability, the more security, the more happiness, more peace we are able to get in different situations means that we are more powerful. So how can we achieve that? We can also do things like practicing this meditation of becoming peaceful. And also what we achieve out of that is different powers, which is like power of realization. Do you know what power of realization is? In Hindi we say mehsusta, power of realization. Real eyes. We have artificial intelligence and there's real intelligence. What is real eyes? When I look at things with real identity, when I know how long this will last. If I'm buying a new car, I have the realization that this is going to last X amount of years. It's not an unlimited thing for me. If I buy a brand new car today, it's going to last me X years, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, whatever it is. I know I have that realization. And same thing, I have a realization of every feeling and thought that I'm getting. That's called power of realization. The more I start understanding things and how abundant or not abundant they are, that's called power of realization. Then power of acceptance. I also get power of acceptance. When I am able to accept myself just the way I am. That's exactly what we want, right? Everybody wants to be accepted just the way they are. Don't ask me to change. Yes or no? So, power of acceptance. But can I do it for others? Can I look at others and say, it's okay. I know they have this habit, but I accept it. It's okay. Just like I would like it, I would like to give it to them also. Power of acceptance. Acceptance of other people, acceptance of situations. In general, everything accepted. Power of silence. And then, of course, the 8 powers of the soul, which we learn in all the other courses. Like power to withdraw, power to pack up. Have you heard of all these powers? Yeah? So these are all the powers that we get once we start developing those good wishes and we're giving out good wishes and blessings. Because we are becoming more powerful and we get all these powers as a result. Any questions? All clear? Okay, so now the question is, we've got all this, how do we sustain it? How do we sustain this? Once we learned how to good wishes are, we know that good wishes are going to make me powerful. We know that good wishes can be converted to blessings. We know that blessings can be given in abundance and we can give it all the time. There's no limitation. I have the capacity and the willingness and everything is there. Now I have to sustain it. Sustain it in the environment that we live in, which is constantly trying to pull me away from goodness. Yes or no? That's a fact of life, Every time we go outside, we don't get the same vibrations as we get in a center like this, We're fortunate enough to be sitting here comfortably. You just go downstairs, the vibrations will change. Yes or no? So how do I sustain myself in those vibrations? When I'm outside, in my office or at work, at wherever I'm at home or wherever I am. So how do I sustain it? That's the question. Any ideas? Any ideas? Revising every day, which is common, right? So it has to be, that's the effort, we have to revise every day, revise and realize, revise and realize, revise and realize. So every day that reminder needs to be there. that I have the capacity to make good wishes. Why am I sad right now? Let me change my good wishes right now. Let me change my thoughts on me. Nobody. I have the choice. So I have to revise that every morning, every evening. Every morning, every evening. It's good that you come here. It's a good reminder in the evening. At least one evening is sorted. But we have to do it every day. Then check and change throughout the day. If I catch myself doing any weak thought in the afternoon or any time, change it. Change it. Don't waste time. Change the thought. Thoughts will come. Negativity will come because of, if I'm in low vibration, I will start absorbing from outside. But quickly change it. Go up. What's stopping you? Why do you want to go down? Don't go in that spiral. Lift yourself up. Keep high vibes in our thoughts, words, and actions. Okay, so a good example is, in WhatsApp, we've got this group called Soul Sustenance. I don't know how many of you know this, but they give, every day they give a thought, every day. And I've put some examples there, which, so it's a reminder, it's a good reminder for us to do it every day. So I'll show you a few examples. The first one is be happy when others do well. So that's like removing my insecurities. You can see it in the picture there. You can see how insecurity causes us to not be happy when we see somebody else's happiness. It's like, somebody's going on a holiday. We say, oh, wow, congratulations, you're going on a holiday to Mauritius. Lovely. I wish I was going. Oh, you going? Oh, you're from Mauritius. Okay. See? I'm not jealous. I'm very happy for you. I'm not saying I wish I was there. That's what happens sometimes, So we need to be happy for others. Look how fortunate he is. He must have seen those lovely blue waters, which I've never seen. But, and the lovely warm weather, and how you could walk on the sand and it's so nice and beautiful and clean. Lovely. How lucky, right? So we need to be happy for him. So if I'm happy for him, guess what I'm getting free of charge right now? Happiness. I'm getting free happiness. He's from Mauritius, but I'm becoming happy. So we're both lucky now. He's lucky already, but I'm also lucky. Yes or no? So automatically I'm getting free happiness just by one thought, sustaining my good wishes, sustaining and blessings for everybody. Another example, increase contentment and cooperate in higher purpose missions. When I'm doing service, like when I come here, let's say we're doing a peace march, like in the center we did a peace march, and you're just joining that peace march. Like the monks in America, they're doing a peace walk, and everyone is just getting so much happiness just by joining them in that walk. I don't know if you've heard of it. There's a group of monks who are doing peace walk in America right now. And people all over, millions of people all over from America, different areas, they're just joining them, just enjoying. The walk is their walk. They're doing 2,500 miles of walk. And these people are just joining. And they're walking in the snow, barefoot, and still so much happiness is being created. So when I do something for a higher purpose, then I'm also raising my vibrations at a higher level, automatically, because I'm joining a higher purpose. And what is higher purpose? Anything related to my qualities: love, peace, happiness, power, purity, knowledge, and bliss. Okay, another example. Increase acceptance and build a positive foundation. When we have negative situations, we're not responding in a negative. We're looking at a negative situation, but also trying to find something positive in it. Using my power, using my own inner power, which I've accumulated through these good wishes and vibrations. Using that power, which I've just accumulated, power of silence, power of acceptance, power of tolerance, power of, everything that I've accumulated, I can use and I can accept and I can move on. Another good example. These are all pictures that come every day in that Soul Sustenance channel. So you're welcome to subscribe to it. Okay, another example, positive thinking and higher self-esteem. The same thing, when there is negative situations, but I'm able to create that vibration, higher vibration, to then go inside out. Inside, powerful, affecting outside, because the outside vibrations will be low vibrations, low energy. I am vibrating at higher energy, so automatically I'm benefiting. Automatically, don't need to do anything, not even say anything, but yet I find my own path to success. Does that make sense? Okay, another good example: focus on solutions, not the problems. Another good reminder, because these things you will remember, you will see one every day. You won't see all of them in one go like we're seeing right now. So you suddenly in the morning you open up and say, oh, I need to find solutions. And there's something going on in your head. You'll be able to say, okay, forget about this problem. Let me focus on how I can solve it. And then suddenly you'll be vibrating at a higher level automatically. Okay? So a golden rule to finish off. Think before you think. Not think before you talk. Think before you think. So whenever I'm getting a thought, just have a thought. Do I need to think like this? Or I need to change this thought? Think before you think, because each thought is creating my experience. Because every thought gets converted to a feeling. Every thought gets converted to a feeling. Good thought to a good feeling, bad thought to a bad feeling. So if I have to change my bad feeling, I have to change my thought. So think before you think. So whenever you're thinking, just change it right there, because it's going to get converted to a feeling very soon. So change it quickly before it changes to a feeling. And then you can use the affirmation, I think only beneficial thoughts for my well-being and the well-being of others. You can use this affirmation. That I only do think for my well-being and the well-being of others. That's it. I'm not going to give myself any negative good wishes, and I'm not going to give anybody else any negativity either. Full stop. From now on, no negative thoughts, immediate forgiveness, and increase your happiness. And then finally, I have the power to think and feel what I want, no matter what the circumstance, with a trained divine intellect. Do you understand that? Trained divine intellect. So what is intellect? Intellect is wherever I accumulate and keep my knowledge. So if you read a book and you want to store that book, where does it store? In your intellect. Whatever you learn. So you learn something here, good wishes and blessings. Where does it store? In your intellect. Now using that divine intellect, you just have to train your mind. Simple. The intellect has picked up all this. You've already got this now. The only thing left now is the training. So you've had all the knowledge, and now you can train yourself. And when you train yourself, you're powerful. You can then create any good wish, any blessing, any time, all the time, as much as you want, in abundance. May you get all the fruits from all the trees in the world. Okay? So with that, I would say let's, if there's any questions, we can have questions. Yeah, sure, there's a question.
It's not really a question, it's something you said, and it happened to me this week. Someone I know got a job, and I wanted to say what I was about to say. Oh, I'm really jealous. And I turned it around and I said, I'm really happy for you, well done. And I turned around and I smiled, because like you said, I turned it around. Whereas I wanted to say, I'm so jealous, I want that job.
Exactly.
So it does work. It really does work. I had to smile though, because of that.
That is very powerful, because what you've done shows how powerful you are as well.
But it was changing my mindset at the
Correct.
time, and I did.
Correct.
And the other thing that you said that's I find very powerful is you said that you want people to accept you as yourself. but then accept them as themselves.
Yeah.
And I always say, accept me for who I am, but then I feel that I want to change the person. So thank you for that comment.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem, no problem. That's exactly the general feeling also from my own experience. And then we learn, we just train, like it says, train ourselves. Thank you.
I have a question from your first of your slides, like which
Yeah.
you have very shared. Bless yourself. It stayed with me. But I was reading a book and I found that human is usually his worst critic. We are not generally motivate ourselves. We usually judge ourselves, protect ourselves in the society, how we are getting fit in. So the kind of way you are saying is like changing the way you think. But a general way of thinking is to criticize ourselves. Someone has lower, someone has higher.
Correct.
Don't you feel like we are mimicking something which we are not? And like how much one time it will take for one to change the whole paradigm in his head?
Okay, that's great. That's a very good question, actually, because it shows that the patterns that we have adopted and we've accepted to be natural. You know, like somebody says common cold, you know, like sneezing, common cold. And you say it's common, right? Common cold, yeah? So everybody will say, yeah, common cold, everybody will catch it. You know, we're only human, we'll all catch common cold, of course. But then there will be one person you will talk to and he'll say, I have lived my life for 80 years, 100 years, not a single cold in my life. And then you say, that's not possible. That's not normal. That's not normal. But that's real. And that was original. Originally, the human bodies were so pure that we never caught any cold, which was not even called common, by the way. So no cold, no cough. It was not there. We were so pure and powerful. But we've forgotten that now because everybody catches cold. It's very similar, you know, like in our thoughts, like you said, you know, it's very easy to say that, you know, I don't want to be judging anybody, but we all judge. We all just criticize each other. Oh, you're not good. Oh, you don't do like this and correct yourself and this. It's common because everybody is doing it. We think that it's our nature, but that's not true. Originally, we cannot be like that because who loves to be judged and to be put down in front of other people? Nobody, right? You like to be criticized? You love to be, you getting criticized? Somebody criticizes you, you'll really enjoy it? No. Then why are we self-criticizing ourselves? If somebody judges us, will we enjoy it? No. Then why are we judging ourselves? You know, because we say, oh yeah, that's common, human nature. And then people will say anger is natural. Is anger natural? Is anger natural? No, if I say to you, be angry for 3 hours, only 3 hours, can you be? And I say, be peaceful for full day, can you do? So you can. Peace is natural. You can be peaceful for as long as you want. You can be peaceful for a whole year, for your whole life. But you cannot be angry for even 1 hour. Why? Because it's not natural. It's not natural. It's acquired. It's like water. When you boil it, it acquires the property to burn your skin. So it turns into fire. Water is turning into fire. But that's not natural. You leave water normally on its own, it will go back to its original property, which is coolness. And that's the same thing. If you give yourself enough silence, enough good wishes, you will go back to your original self, which is non-judgmental. Original self. And that's who we originally were, but we've forgotten. Because everybody is doing it. You know, jealousy, so common. Everybody is doing it. It's not. Because it doesn't make me feel happy. And if it's not making me feel happy, then how is it going to make you feel happy? Then why should I do it? If I have a choice of making a good wish for myself, then I should wish for something really good. So thank you. Does that answer your question? Okay, thank you. So it's 45. Should we? Yeah, okay. So we'll just have a short meditation. Sit comfortably with both feet on the ground. Okay, meditation is, first of all, the first step of meditation is relaxing myself completely. So just scan your body from feet all the way to your, bring a big spot of white light all the way on your feet, slowly scanning upwards through your ankles, to your knees, to your waist, from your waist to your neck, scanning your arms, scanning your neck and your face, and relaxing all the muscles. Now in this comfortable position, I become aware of the spiritual energy that is there inside me. I use this opportunity to go within. And when I go within, I can notice all the internal organs doing their job, like the heart is beating, the lungs are taking in air and taking out air, my blood streams are busy, and also there is a nice bright light sitting just behind my eyes. This light is giving out golden sparkling energy that's spreading inside my whole body. This light, this energy is also carrying lots of goodness of my qualities. I can see that it's making me very peaceful from inside. I feel this spark is becoming even more powerful and luminous. And now my whole body is glowing with this golden light. I feel that each and every cell of my body gets this light full of peace. I take this opportunity to give myself the blessing of love, peace, and happiness. The more I think about blessing myself with love, the more the sparks become more and more powerful. And each and every cell of my body feels contented. I keep this feeling as I come back to the awareness of this room. And I keep this feeling throughout the evening and keep practicing it every day to bring it back in my awareness. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you very much. My good wishes and blessings to each and every one.
Thank you, Pankaj, for the wonderful talk and all the tools and tips given.
Sure, thank you.
Before we go, there's a few announcements. We have next week, we have a special event, same time, same place. And the topic is that the Light of Hope is a Shivratri event, and there will be some performance and interview. in this talk. So please do come along, and you can invite your friends and family. The leaflet is available in the reception, so you can help yourself on your way out. Also, our regular reflective meditations every Mondays and Thursdays, 7 to 7:30 in the evening in-house. And we do have a Sunday morning meditation, which is online only, and that is 10 to 10:45. So whoever wish to join online, they can do it through our website. So once again, thank you for joining us, and have a safe journey back home. And thank you to all our online viewers as well.